Yo, welcome to 20 Twice, man. Episode 20, huh? What? We on episode 20, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I can't lie. I'm surprised as hell that I made it this far doing this, man. But I enjoy doing this and I'm glad everybody listened to it, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, it's 20, the 20th episode, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to toot your own horn. Yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tooting my own horn, you know what I'm saying? We ain't made it to 20 one more time. You know what I'm saying? I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had to do that. You know what I mean? Hey, man. We here, man. Episode 20, man. We done made it that far, man. I was going over some notes of all the shows that I did here, and it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. But, again, welcome to 20 Twice. You know what I'm saying? Slow it down a little voice, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I was just too hyped, you know what I mean? But I can't slow it down, man. I'm hyped, man. So I'm hyped, man. So like I said, always, man, thank everybody who listened, appreciate it, man, because this is why I do this show, man. So, man, I got a lot of stuff to get to, so, I didn't want to hold everybody up. So let me start off, man, with quote of the day, man. Quote of the day. Winston Churchill. Criticism may not be agreeable, but it is necessary. It fulfills the same functions as pain in the human body. It calls attention to unhealthy states of things. Let's say it one more time, man. Winston Churchill, quote of the day. Criticism may not be agreeable, but it is necessary. It fulfills the same functions as pain in the human body. It calls attention to unhealthy state of things. The unhealthy state of things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to criticize stuff. It may not be popular, man, but, sometimes you got to do that. You know what I mean? You got to do that so that people can see, you know what I'm saying, that something going on, something wrong going on here. And that's kind of like for the show, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to speak. Everybody not gonna agree with you, but you get your point across, you get your opinion out. Maybe y'all can agree with something. And like I said, this is open for a dialogue, man. This is my opinion, man. Everybody don't agree with me, so that's okay. You know what I mean? But like I said, you need to open up the dialogue, man, so we all can get in here and understand that, we all different, and stuff is different, and we feel different about certain stuff. Sometimes we don't understand things. If we're not from that place, we don't understand that. If we wasn't raised like that, we don't understand that. And just because you don't understand it, that don't mean it's wrong. Sometimes you just gotta just understand people and try to take the time to understand people. It took me a little while to do that, but that's what I do now, you know what I'm saying? But, I wanted to start with a show with a quote of the day, but I'm like, it's 2020, you know what I'm saying? It's 20 twice, man. It's 20 twice. So, it's episode 20. So I'm gonna give another quote of the day. Second quote of the day. John Lewis, the man. You have to tell the whole truth, the good and the bad. Maybe some things that are uncomfortable for some people. I'll do it again for you. Quote of the day, John Lewis, the man. You have to tell the whole truth, the good and the bad. Maybe some things that are uncomfortable for some people. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I mean? Some stuff is uncomfortable to talk about. You know what I mean? When I started this show, people was like, oh, man, I'm surprised you put yourself out there. You know what I mean? I had to. I had to put myself out there so, to know that I'm being real. If you put yourself out there, then you can talk about other stuff. But if you don't put yourself out there, you can't be talking about people or talking about things and, you're not being real to it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be real to it. So, I understood that part. Like sometimes you got to say stuff. It may be uncomfortable. It may make you feel uncomfortable. But sometimes people may be going through the same thing, man. So it helps them. It helps them to get through their things and they're through their times, or, you know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that, man. I like I said, the quote of the day, I thought that was something I should put in the show because that's how I feel sometimes. I like quotes, something that inspired me or something that inspires somebody else. So that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do. So, like I said, we did this show. I never thought we'd get this far. You know what I mean? I always, for running track, I always look for it. I want to be the number one. I want to be the best. You know what I mean? But in life, you learn sometimes that whatever you do, you may not be the best at it. It's probably somebody else better than you, but you try. You try to give your best and, try to put, your best foot forward. You know what I mean? My mom used to say, nothing beats a failure but a try, And you go out there and try, man. I tried this, you know what I mean? A lot of people give me their feedback about, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But I do stuff that I feel comfortable with, you know what I mean? What I feel like, you know, what I want to do, you know, because ultimately, this is the show. This is my show, you know what I mean? And I want people to listen to it, but I don't want to be fake. I just want to be straight, real, and be what's on my heart and what's on my mind, you know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, being at the episode 20, I just wanted to go back over what we got, you know what I mean? Where we at, you know, where you can listen to the platforms that we own, you know what I mean? We on Anchor, you know, you can listen to it at Anchor. You can listen to it on Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing major, but just a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little something, you know what I mean? Nothing major. But like I said, always, man, at the show, when people listening to it, that's the part that I enjoy a lot. When people call me and laugh at the stories or text me and say, oh, that was funny or something like that. So that get me hyped. That get me hyped to keep coming out here, to keep coming and trying to do this. You know what I mean? Take the time out to make something that people want to listen to for, you know, whatever minutes. You know what I mean? Using my show average about 27 minutes. 28 minutes. I think that's just perfect timing. I know that going forward, I may start interviewing people. So it may maybe go over to 45 minutes, maybe. I think I still can get that. But, you know, we're going to see where it goes. You know what I mean? I just don't want to take up too much of your time. And I still just want to get just hit the points, man, right there. So you can listen to it. You know what I mean? Maybe you take a break of it, you know, listen to 15 minutes, then come back and listen to another 15. You know what I mean? In my mindset, I was thinking, maybe let me give you something where you can listen to it and maybe listen to it at work at lunchtime. And most people lunchtime are like 30 minutes, you know what I mean? You can just listen to a little podcast, you know, get a little joke, you know, get a little laugh in. You know, I'm trying to give you the laugh, but I'm trying to give you the real. And so then sometimes laughing and being real is the same thing, man. They go together, man. And sometimes that's just how life is. So, you know, I was doing a thing, and we started this show in June 13th, man. June 13th, we started this show, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's November 21st, you know what I mean? We're on episode 20. You know, I skipped a couple of weeks in between trying to get prepared in some of them. You know, I had to take a bye, you know, and other ones. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy what I put out and, you know, what is out, you know what I mean? I do want to get a little bit more in detail about, you know, certain stuff going forward. So, but, you know, with this shoot, we're going to do these shout outs, you know, but like I said, we started on June 13th. Now, we on YouTube now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate everybody who watching on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You know, but this podcast has been listened to in 19 cities, 10 states, and 6 countries. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, you know what I mean? That's just a little bit, nothing major, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, you know what I mean? Just a little bit. I repeat it to you again. 19 cities, 10 states, 6 countries. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? You know, hey, I try it, you know, I'm working on this, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get better at this, you know what I mean? But, you know, we just shout out to a couple of people out, you know what I mean? Dallas, Alabama, New Jersey, Virginia, Oklahoma, Ohio. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Cali, you know, it's all love. You know, if I had to put a city, Oakland, you know, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Fresno, you know how I do it. And of course, I got to say where I'm at right now, Reno. I got to say Reno, man. But don't trip, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I had to, you know what I mean? Hey, I live out here, you know what I'm saying? So don't go there, you know what I mean? I live out here, you know what I'm saying? That's how I do it, you know? But yeah, man, just try to get something together, man. Something real, man. This is I am excited to say the least. I am excited. I am blessed to have the opportunity to be out here and telling people how I feel and telling what's on my, you know, what's on my chest and what's on my mind or what's going on in the world. So I'm appreciative of, you know, the blessings I have to do this. So, you know, I put that out there. So, you know, I just wanted to go back. So, I started off talking about Juneteenth, you know what I mean? Juneteenth, you know, when we talk about certain stuff and we get to a point where we really don't understand what how can I say, it's a word I wanted to use, man, but we don't get to the point where we just don't say our feelings sometimes. I think we don't really put our feelings out there sometimes. I think we kind of go away and just say certain stuff so it sounds okay. So it sounds okay to people because we don't want to offend them or we feel like we want to offend them. So we kind of don't say what we want to say. you know, and this show I've been trying to do that, you know. So, you know, with Juneteenth, you know, I started a show with talking about Juneteenth, and, you know, and that's when the slaves were free, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's a big thing. And then I talked about the hanging people, but it was just suicide, man. Suicide, it was huge. I didn't know that until I did the show, and because it was basically, I'm starting the show because it was a couple of people in California that were end up hanged in a couple of public places, and I thought, hey, man, people getting hanged and stuff like that. So let me look into it. But when I looked into it, man, and I looked, you know, every 12 minutes someone will die from suicide. It's huge, man. It's a big thing. You know what I mean? It's a big thing. I didn't, you know, some stuff you don't know. And I know after these 20 episodes, I've learned that certain stuff are just different, man. And you may think one thing, but then when you do a deep dive into this stuff, it's crazy how stuff go around. It's a lot of stuff to go around you that you don't even know, that you don't even think if it don't interest you, you don't even look at it. And I've been trying to get interested in stuff that I never was interested in before, just to try to understand, you know, just to open up a dialogue to try to understand. You know, one of the biggest things for the suicide thing was men are 4 times likelier to commit suicide than women. You know, men account for 79% of all suicides. Huh? I mean, like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man, when you talk about this stuff. And I try to be real about everything I do, man. But it's just crazy that many people may be struggling, man. They dealing with stuff and they just think that's the only way out, man. But I'm going to tell you, man, you're going to have some sad days. You're going to have some bad days, man. But if you can get back up, man, you don't know what's up for the next day, man. So that's what I try to do, man. I have some bad days, you know, like I always say on this show, I've been down bad. So I know you're going to have some bad days, you know what I mean? But you just got to keep pushing forward, you know what I mean? Just keep pushing forward, man. And that's what I know. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to this point. So, you know, that's what I do on that part. But yeah, you know what I mean? I talked about Harriet Tubman, you know what I mean? Harriet Tubman, that's really what my avatar. I think Harriet Tubman was dope, man. I think dope, you know what I mean? Just to think about, you know, just to put yourself out there to get freedom. You know, everybody want freedom. Everybody want to have freedom. But to go back and try to save your family, you know what I mean? It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? People, oh, I do this, man. But to put yourself out there, you know what I mean? And to think that, you know, Harriet Tubman, or what you call, or Minty Ross, her official name, or Minty or Moses, you know, whatever they call her, you know. But I just thought that's just bravery to me. And that's why I say John Lewis, that's the man. Like certain stuff, man, certain people you see, man, you're like, come on, man. Because once you try to protect people or help people outside yourself, man, you're doing a whole lot, man, more than other people. I tell you that much, you know what I mean? But, you know, just for Harriet Tubman, to take 19 trips to go save slaves and never lose a person. Come on, man. Think about that. 19, it ain't like you got to catch a train or there's a train or something. Man, he traveling miles and miles and miles, man. You know, and just making it through us, man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So always give props to Harriet Tubman, man. You know, true warrior. You know what I mean? True warrior. So I'm just going through these stories, man. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nothing, man. And you know what I mean? But we talking about the pandemic, you know what I mean? The pandemic, you know, how, you know, we still talking about the pandemic, man. Think about that. I started off with a show with the pandemic, man. We still in it. And it seemed like it's going back to the way it was in April when they started closing everything down, man. This is crazy, man. I know a lot of people think it's a hoax or whatever it is, man, but I tell you one thing, I don't want to catch the shit, whatever it is. If it's a flu or cold, I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. So, you know what I mean? I hear people say, oh, it may be fake, man. Yeah, it may be, but I don't want none of the shit. Man, I try to wear my mask, you know what I mean? I damn near wear my mask. My man got a mask right there. Damn near put it on for the show, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to catch none of the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of the shit, man. But so people say it's fake or whatever, nah, I don't want none of the shit, man. Like I said, man. So you can say it's fake or whatever it is. That's up to you, man. But, you know, hey, it's mandated to put the mask on. Just put the mask on, man. I don't want to wear the damn mask, but you got to. You know what I mean? They say it help you a little bit. It got to help some kind of way. So, you know what I mean? Just, you know, hey, hopefully, you know, they say it's supposed to come with a vaccination. hey, hopefully that comes soon, man. But until then, man, just be safe, man. Just be safe, man. That's all I can say, you know what I mean? Because there's people you see, you hear about, and they passing away, and it's like, it ain't no joke, man. It ain't no game. I don't know about conspiracies or whatever. It's a lot of conspiracies, but this one seemed, I don't know, it's a little bit different, you know what I mean? And I know it's probably different stuff that people have said, but this is a little bit crazier, you know what I'm saying? And then we talked about the extra $600 benefits or unemployment that people lost. You know what I mean? And we still on that. We still on that. I know it sounds crazy, but we still on that. Trying to figure it. People still waiting for the bread to come. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for the little money to come. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's $600 and people saying, but man, that's people with no, you ain't got no money coming in. You need something. You know what I'm saying? You need something. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like $600. I was like, man, you need it. You need it. They need it. I needed it when I I needed it then, you know what I'm saying? So I understand, you know. And then, you know what I'm saying, I gotta say the story I had, a story I told about me and my boys on a motorcycle, you know what I mean, my first time getting a motorcycle and thinking I could ride a motorcycle. Again, anybody who buying a motorcycle, bro, make sure you know how to ride that motorcycle. Do not buy no motorcycle because your pilot's got one. You could buy it, but make sure you learn to ride the motorcycle, man, because I didn't. And that shit was terrifying for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But I try to play it cool. Even though I was trying to play it cool, the only thing I keep thinking about is that, if somebody challenge you, man, somebody challenge you, you better be able to tell that they challenge you, man. Even if you're scared, you still go through it. And probably not a good thing to say, but I'm telling you, man. And most men out there know, sometimes somebody will say something to you or they give you that look. Hey, they challenge you, man. Hey, you better try to do something, man, because I guarantee you they're going to bring it back up to you and you ain't going to be able to defend yourself. So somebody challenge you, man, next time, you know what I'm saying? Do something, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Me, I fell off my motorcycle, I threw my check my legs, my knees, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I need those. You know what I'm saying? I could do without an arm or something. I hope I don't lose it, but I could, you know what I mean? As long as I got 2 legs to get up out of here. That's always what I think. Sometimes you get 2 legs, you can run up out of there. But I guess in the other hands, people be thinking, man, if I had an arm, 2 arms, and a gun, I don't have to run nowhere. But, you know what I mean? Well, I was just saying, be myself, you know, be myself. You know, I talked earlier about the House of Representative John Lewis, him fighting for civil rights. Brave, man, brave, man. That's all I can say, man, because at the end of the day, you're fighting for something, for somebody's rights, but when you're doing something, you don't know that you're putting yourself in harm's way. You know that. That's the one thing that you do know. You're putting yourself in harm's way, but you doing something that you believe in. So, and one, like I just told my partner when we was talking, my friend, hey, you know, sometimes you do stuff, you know, you do what you believe in. You know what I mean? You believe in, but you got to be ready to die for it. And John Lewis was ready for die for it, man, to get his head cracked open and then heal up, and then 2 weeks later, go to another place to try to go to another sit-in, knowing that the harm won't come to him. And he's still doing it for something that he hoping that people get the right to vote or people get the right to go where they want to. That's crazy, man. I can't even comprehend that, man, because at the end of the day, you're telling me that I'm doing something that I don't even know if it's going to work, but I'm putting my life on the line for it to work, for to help people, the future. That's crazy, man. That's big to me, man. That I don't even know if I can't really put that in words. You know what I mean? Sometimes I try to comprehend that, you know what I mean? I'm out here talking on this thing, and sometimes I think, you know, I'm saying this, am I saying the wrong thing? Am I saying whatever? I'm telling you how I feel. But this man was out there on the front line. So that's what I'm saying, to represent, you know, John Lewis, man, civil rights is crazy, man, with Martin Luther King, man. That's, hey, wow, it's big, man. And then I talk about Mike, you know what I mean? Mike, when I went to the hood store, you know what I mean? A little store, you know, and I gave him my $20 and they robbed the store, you know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, oh man, first I was like, man, I don't want to get killed in the store. But then the second thing went on my mind is like, and I hope they didn't take my $20 because I gave Mike my $20 and he had my $20 in the hand. My mom don't need that $20 back. So, and people laughed at that, but I was serious, man. I was so serious about that, man. That's how I felt, man. Like I need to get that back. And again, I'm just going through a couple of things, man. Just people who haven't listened to the show, who haven't watched the show that made, though, other shows that made not be on YouTube or, you know what I mean? They just want to get it. I'm just trying to go through this little quick thing right here, man. And then the HR 35 and Act bill, known as the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. You know what I mean? Which is crazy, man. Like, we got to have a bill to tell people that they shouldn't lynch people. Come on, man. You should know that. You know what I mean? That should be obvious, man. But I guess not. You know what I'm saying? So they was trying to pass that thing. And then talking about my daughter going back to school, man, during the pandemic. Now, like I said, still going on. Just look like they may change it to where they may close the school and then it just be distance learning again, man. Like I said, all these months that I've been on there talking about this stuff, it's like it's coming back in a circle, which is crazy to me. You know, we had the Jacob Blake situation, you know, a man who goes walking to his car, 2 police officers behind him. He gets shot in his back a couple of times. It looked crazy to me. You know, I still think it could have been different stuff that the police could have did. And, you know, talking to other people, there's things that he probably should have did different. You know, there's a lot of stuff that could have been done different. But I still think that it should have been something less lethal that should have been done before he got to that car. But that's my opinion, you know what I mean? So, you know, hey, I'm just going to go off that as my opinion, you know what I mean? And, you know, one of the other funny stories is when I was playing flag football, you know what I mean, and I was trying to get that touchdown, we was losing, and I hit Danny Green, man. I didn't kill him, but I felt bad. Danny Green mugged me every time since he seen me, man. Every time he seen me, man, he mugged me, man. And he just mugged me. And I used to speak to him just because, you know, when I was younger, you don't know about these days, when you're younger, you're supposed to speak to your elders and say hi, you know what I mean? No matter if they spoke to you, not just, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. And I did. You know what I mean? So it was just funny that, you know, when I hit him trying to catch that ball, man, and he fell out, his groceries went everywhere, man. Man, I felt bad about it, but I laughed because it was just the way it happened. You know what I mean? It's the way it happened. And then we talking about the kidnap of the governor. Come on, man, of Michigan, man. That's crazy, man. This guy allegedly supposed to try to kidnap the lady from, you know, the governor. He tried to kidnap her. And while he was staying in the basement of his friend repair vacuum shop. Come on, bro. What is you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, how you trying to do something to a governor, made a plan, you in the garage, bro? Like, planning to get up out the garage or something, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? You don't think you got none of that stuff that you be doing? Come on, man. And then we went over the Kyle Reddick thing, you know. The 17-year-old who traveled from Illinois to Wisconsin with a legal AR-15 rifle and killed 2 people, you know. And I thought that was just too much. And people were just giving a benefit of the doubt, saying, oh, he shouldn't, he was just doing self-defense, but he shouldn't have went out there with the gun. That's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I'm sticking to that part. One other thing, it was like the John Lewis thing. I really want to bring this up because I have a friend that listened to the show, and he was telling me that, you know, hey, you know, Robert E. Lee, the general of the Confederate, he did, you know, he had a school named after him. And he was telling me, you know, maybe it was the stuff that he did earlier. That's why they named the school after him. Because to me, I was thinking, man, how you gonna name a school after a person that was the Confederate leader? That's crazy. So I thought that was kind of crazy in itself. So, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's why I said I'm open for the dialogue, man. I'm open for the dialogue. I'm definitely always open for the dialogue, man. And then my nephew's coming down here acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? My nephew, I love him. They crazy. They came down here and acted a fool. So I put that in the show. You know what I mean? I like that one. And then the fake bill at the grocery store. Man, I know it's fake bill. You know what I mean? I get a 50 and the lady just, hey, you like, oh, it's 50. You trying to pass on me, black man? I'm like, nah, that's not it. You know, I'm not trying to do that, you know. You know, last was, you know, fighting the little rat, you know what I'm saying? Real shit, man. I'm not making none of these stories up. These stories are real, man. At the end, these stories are real, man. And then the LTD, the longest car in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just it, you know what I mean? The longest car in the world, you know? So, you know, that's how I do, man. But what I want to do, man, while I was looking at my time, I want to play something for you. You know what I mean? This is how I started this show. And I want to play it. And one of the reasons I started this show, but I want to play it to you and then you can hear it, and then I'll come back. Hey, what's up, TV? This is Jacques Paul, man. I was calling because I got to tell you something. So if you get this message, man, just give me a call back. There's enough numbers as you can. All right? Thanks. Bye. Now, this is my partner. He's calling me to tell me. At the time, I didn't know, but I was getting off work, and it was early. It was probably like 6-something, 7 o'clock, and I was getting home from work, and I was just trying to chill, man. Really, I was trying to chill, and he had the message, and I was like, you know what? Let me call him back because it seems kind of crazy. So let me call him back, you know. And I called him back, man. He just talking, and in my mind, I'm moving in slow motion, man. I'm moving in slow motion, I would say. When you're waking up or you're tired, you're just moving in slow motion. So I'm not understanding. He talking to me, and he's like, hey, one of our other friends went out to run with Dante, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I get it. My mind's still going. I'm listening to him, and then he goes, oh yeah, they went out there and they ran around and they're jogging. So I'm listening to the story, but none of it. I'm still moving in slow motion. Then all of a sudden he goes, yeah. Then Dante, he passed out. And then my mind just went, wait a minute. It's time to wake up, bro. Get into this conversation. Wait a minute. And I don't know, it seemed like it was a while, but it took a little while. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? Before he said anything, when he said Dante passed out, I said, is he okay? He goes, nah, man. And I'm like, huh? It's like, nah, man, he didn't make it. I'm like, what you mean he didn't make it? He's like, nah, he died at the park when he was running. And it tripped me out, man, because like I said, Dante is my partner, man. Is my friend, man. We grew up together. We was in Oakland together. And we both went out to Fresno, to go to college. You know what I mean? He had a daughter. His daughter was older than my daughter. And we used to always talk about stuff. And he used to always talk about what he wanted to do for his daughter. He wanted to take his daughter to Washington, D.C. He wanted to take her to see civil rights stuff. He wanted to take her. He wanted her to be independent. You know what I mean? And when he passed away, man, it just threw me for a loop, man. And and I had, my mom passed away, my son passed away. But to see a guy that I knew, and knew his heart and was a good guy, like I said, to make it seem like so you can understand how cool I felt about this guy. I will let him watch my daughter. To me, that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a man and you got a daughter, or you're a woman, you got a daughter, certain people you may be cool, but you ain't. Nah, bro, you're not watching my daughter. That's just not it. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I felt. You know what I mean? That's how genuinely, I respected this guy. I respected Dante, man. And to see that all the goals that he had for his daughter and the goals that he had, that he wanted to achieve and help out and track, and to see him pass away like that, man, it was crazy. And it kind of put a fire in me to be like, you know what, man, I could live a lot better life. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I want to live a better life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing, man. I just want to live a better life, and that's what this show is about. Just trying to be better, man. We could talk all the craziness and people be out there who you voted for and what all this, you know what I mean? But sometimes at the end of the day, man, just be real to yourself. If you can be real to yourself, then you can go on, you can move on, you don't have to look back. You know what I mean? And I try to be real to myself. And like I said, I made a ton of mistakes in my life, but I'm trying to rectify them and just be better, just be a better person, a better human being, to say the least. But, this show, I usually come with a funny story, but it ain't really, there's no funny on this part, man. This is my 20th episode, and I'm blessed to be able to do this. But my partner, man, he was a good guy, man. And all of a sudden he was just no longer here. And, I just want everybody to think, man, sometimes, appreciate what you got. And it may be sad, you may be sad, but appreciate what you have. And that's what I really wanted to say, man. And I appreciate everybody, man. That's why I always tell you, shout outs. I appreciate everybody who listened to this show, man. I thank everybody. And, hopefully we'll be back with a 21. I can't want to put no time on it, but episode 21, you know what I mean? We'll see what's up, man. We'll see what's up in the future, man. But we'll try to keep doing this, man. And like I said, I appreciate everybody, man. But always, your kids, your family, man, tell people, man, that you love them when you see them. Always call and check on people if you, just to see, you know what I mean? Just check on other people, you know what I mean? But thank you. I'll be back up, man. I appreciate it.